Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. Well, we've decided to shift our focus from the big snow igloo type shelter to do one of these trench type shelters with the use of a tarp. Now here's our first little 6-foot path, and I decided to do actually an extra path just to get away from this shelter when I start digging it out if it collapses. I don't want it to collapse on our secondary project. So as I was constructing this, my first instinct actually was to put the tarp long ways to cover the most area I could. I think this tarp is a 6x4 tripod. As I was planning out, I thought, it's probably better to have a little bit of length this way, so when I pack the snow on there, it'll have more surface area to weight down the tarp. It's less likely for it to cave in on me. So it's going to leave my feet out a little bit, but I don't think that'll be an issue. As right now, I probably got it probably good 6 feet. I mean, this is 2.5, maybe 3 feet deep in some sections. So we're going to start piling snow on top of these areas right here, get the tarp kind of tight. I was actually thinking about getting some branches, maybe laying 2 or 3 branches over to act as kind of like ribs to support the tarp a little bit more. We're going to search around and see if we can find anything with that, just to give a little bit more strength in our shelter. So just stay with us, guys, and we'll throw the finishing touches on that and be right back. All right, guys, well, here's our little makeshift trench shelter. Got my Z-Lite sleeping pad in here just to give me a little bit warmer platform. Now let me tell you what I've learned already. Next time I do one of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig my trench down here like so. I'm going to make a hill that kind of goes like this, so I can lay the tarp across it and then pack the snow in there. So the tarp will be at an angle like this. And what will happen is when I start packing snow, I'm less likely to get this dipping and snow to fall here because I'll be packing the snow on the opposite hill. I think this one did pretty well. I'm going to crawl in here real quick, and we'll see how it went. We're doing pretty well in here. Actually, I'm starting to sweat. I'm going to have to shed off some more layers of clothing. One other thing I did is when I had my coat on, I leaned my back up against the walls and pressed them really hard, try to compact the snow as wide as possible. I mean, this is a very narrow little shelter. I do have an air hole in here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Next time I'd probably dig out a pocket of snow here for air hole, so I still have this flap that wouldn't be exposed. But this is a learning process, so I'm already learning a lot for my next attempt. Oh, there he is, Platts. He already wants to get in here and snuggle with us. And I can tell you right now, oof, smell a wet dog. So this is a pretty successful venture. I think we're going to take a break for a little bit. I need to get Ace inside. He's been outside probably for 3 or 4 hours now, and I got to check his paws and everything. So next we'll probably come back a little bit later and start digging out the other shelter. I need to dry off myself. I've been out here rolling in the snow with them playing as well, so I've gotten sidetracked from my main mission. This snow mountain that we got going on right now is actually doing pretty well. I was able to walk on it with my knees without it really getting any more compact, so I think we're ready to get started on that soon. This shelter I'm actually really happy with. I mean, it's not as big as I would like it to be, but that's actually, as I said before, probably better because the less space you have, the less space you have to heat to maintain your temperature. And here right now, I can tell you, snow is a great insulator. The only problem with snow, of course, is it's wet, so you can get wet pretty fast. But the level of clothing that I have right now, especially the Gore-Tex, I'm not going to have to worry about getting wet because it's waterproof. So the only thing I have to watch out for is getting water kind of in the cracks and crevices where my clothing overlaps and getting me wet underneath there. But I can tell you right now, you can barely see my breath in here, where before you could see it really well. So I already know the temperature in here is at a comfortable level that I'd probably be able to stay out here. And that might be a project for this evening, another overnighter in our shelter back here for a winter camp. Well, we're laying down here taking a break in our shelter, and let me move this thing's hanging. And let me tell you, it feels good to take a break. We've been out here shoveling for quite a few hours, and I'll tell you, it's a really nice, calm day. We don't have any other weather coming until possibly Monday, President's Day. We're supposed to get another few inches then. Hopefully it won't be another storm. I think this is a storm for the history books. So it's been a great opportunity to get out here and do some training in regards to it. They say that this has been a winter season that only comes around every 100 years, and we'll probably never see another one like this in our lifetime. So that's pretty neat to get out here and do some stuff in these kind of conditions. some great training opportunities. So if you guys get a chance to get out there, please do. You know, if you can, take some pictures, take some videos, send them to me so we can share it with the community. Or if you guys got your own websites, just send me a link so I can check it out too. A lot of great stuff out there. We're gonna probably take a break here pretty soon, go inside, get warmed up. We've been out here for a while, and you know, periodically got to take some breaks, make sure you're okay and everything. As of right now, I haven't had any gloves on for a while, and of course my face has been exposed for most of the morning. My core temperature is so high right now, I'm not really having an issue, and I can usually go without gloves for a while, but it's nonetheless, we need to get out there and check to make sure we're being safe and taking care of ourselves. Yeah, so. Got our shelter built out most part. Let me give you guys a quick example. Now this is about as far as I'm gonna get in here right now. Not because it's not deep enough. As you can see, it's pretty deep in there. But the fact is I'm out here by myself, and I just want to be as safe as possible. I'm sure Ace would come to my rescue and dig me out if this thing collapsed on me. And I was just up top jumping on it a little bit. So I think it'll be pretty well. I think that I would stick with more of the trench type shelter than something like this. There's a lot of snow right here. I mean, this thing goes up pretty high, and I would keep on hollowing it out. So I'd probably stick with walls about a foot, maybe 18 inches deep on all sides. Everything else I would hollow out as much as possible. So if I did have to move some material, hopefully I'd be strong enough to push up through the material. You have to be careful. I don't have anybody else out here with me. So this shelter, I'm going to say I would keep to maybe a two-man system, so one guy can get in there and dig out, and the other person can help clear the debris that he's digging out, and also be able to yank him out of there if possible. Because if my arms get pinned and I'm left out here with my legs kicking up in the air, I'm not going to be able to get any traction to wrench myself out of it. So I want to be very careful with that. So I'll give you guys a quick look-see inside here. There we go. I'll show you guys how deep we go in there. Yeah, we're about 2/3 of the way back there. I'm running out of tripod to extend, but just give you guys a quick inside look. See, as you can see, it's pretty substantial. So as of right now, I'm running out of battery room, and there you have it, guys. We have our little shelter. I think this is pretty good. Ace has already been inside it a couple times. He's been kind of curious, but the fact that he doesn't want to stand there very long either is another reason I'm kind of cautious. Maybe he senses something that I don't. Hey, Ace, go. See. there he is, Snow Dog. So that'll be a pretty good reference point. You want to go in there, buddy? Negative. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for coming out here with me today. This is Adam from Equipped to Endure. If you guys have any questions or comments, please send them to me at adam@equippedtoendure.com. You guys take care, stay safe out there, and if you're going to do this shelter, make sure you have your buddy out there with you. I hate for anybody to go out there and try to do some training and end up hurting themselves. So make sure you guys get somebody else out there with you, just for safety. So you guys take care out there, stay safe. Remember, if you're not always prepared, you're never prepared. Thanks.